folks, my name's Tom Vasel. Welcome to some coverage of the Essen Spiel Fair 2016. And today I'm going to be talking a little bit about some expansions that are coming out at the fair. Now, instead of doing my top 10 expansions, I just went through and just wrote down every expansion that kind of jumped off the page to me. All these expansions are expansions I have not played. So, for example, King of New York, Power Up expansion. I've already played it. I think it's amazing. That'll be there. But these are expansions that I'm excited about. I have not played any of these, and I have them in alphabetical order. So 14 of them. Here we go. First of all, I'm interested in the Seven Wonders Duel Parthenon. Seven Wonders Duel is a fantastic, amazing, wonderful two-player game that they released last year at Essen. Just was so cool. Well, this one's going to add more ways to win, more things that players can do back and forth. But Z said this one is very good. I had a chance to play an early copy of it, so I'm looking forward to that. This one is probably in my top 3, I think, and that's Adventureland, King and Princess. Oh, I love Adventureland from Haba Games. This one adds 3 new scenarios. Great, because each scenario is essentially another game. And some of the pieces you need for those scenarios, whatever. If it could just be 3 printed scenarios, and I would be happy. Alchemist, King's Golem. Alchemist, I wasn't expecting this game to get an expansion, this deduction-heavy game from CG, but it intrigues me. And in this one, there's a lot of different modules. One of them lets you even build a golem out of it, and another one lets you have different starting components, so that sounds intriguing. This one's silly, but I want to see it, and that's Carcassonne Star Wars expansion. Yes, Carcassonne Star Wars, we were like, really? And now they're doing an expansion that has dice added to Carcassonne, and weapons, and lightsabers, and am I talking about Carcassonne here? The answer is, yes, I am. Colt Express, Marshal and Princess. This is the second expansion for Colt Express, and now someone can play as the Marshal. It also adds another character and more stuff. Colt Express is a crazy game as players are jumping from train car to train car, shooting at each other and trying to grab loot and punching each other, and super fun, and I'm hoping this adds to the craziness of the game. Deus Egypt has almost as many cards as the base game does. It also adds the country of Egypt. Just a lot more cards. Deus is all about card combinations. This one is going to add some to that. Goons of New York 1901. Not only was this game designed by a pile of children working together as a project, but it's a small expansion for New York 1901 in which you control different areas, or if you control different areas, you control the different bosses of those areas, which give you powers. You can send your goons out after each other. Sounds like it really changes the game up. Letters from Whitechapel, Dear Boss. This adds a little bit of chaos, I think, to the game. And I think Letters from Whitechapel needs that little bit of chaos. Letters from Whitechapel is a great game, but can be very thinky and almost too deduction-like. I don't know how to explain it. It's an excellent game, but I don't know. I'm interested in this. Also, miniatures. Mystic Vale, Vale of Magic. Yes, this is a game. Now, since Mystic Vale is essentially being launched at Essen, I mean, there's a few copies at Origins and a lot at Gen Con, but this is the first time Essen's seen it. So they're launching it with this expansion, and this is one of those ones you can just throw right in. It adds more cards. Some of the cards do something when you buy them. I like this. Just more cards in general is something Mystic Vale desperately needs. Orleans, Trade and Intrigue. This is the second expansion for Orleans after the first one kind of blew my mind with the fact that it had a cooperative game thrown in there. This one looks like it has ways where players can mess with each other. That's cool by me. Pitch Car Extension 6. Ha 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 ha. More Pitch Car. I thought they were done, but there's more. So from the pictures from the publisher's website, it looks like there's tracks where they have holes in them. It looks like there's straightaways that are only half the size of the normal straightaway. Ha ha. That's craziness. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Russian railroads, American railroads. Really, there's not a lot of information about this one, but last year, Russian railroads had the expansion of German railroads, and that added a little bit of a modular board system. Not a modular board, but allowed you to decide what you were going to do. There's a lot of cool concepts to German railroads. I liked it better than the original Russian railroads, so I'm sure I'll like the American railroads expansion too. Here's another one in my top 3. Time Stories, Expedition Endurance. Yes, Time Stories. Oh, I'm so excited about Time Stories. This one takes place in Antarctica during World War I. Is it about the Thing? Is there something creepy in the ice? We're about to find out. I can't wait. This will be one of the first games I play. And then Targi, and I'm not going to try to pronounce this, but more stuff for Targi. I was just messing with Targi the other day, upgrading the components to it, thinking about what a great two-player game it is, and to see more things coming for it has me very excited. Yeah, that's a lot of cool expansions. I hope to see some of you guys at Essen. Stop by and say hi. I'm going to try to pick up every single one of these expansions. Anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and this has been the Dice Tower's Essen coverage.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find other great shows at Dicetowernetwork.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching the Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games for great prices. Cool stuff in stock. Check them out at CoolStuffInc.com.